this is definitely a type 2 fun sort of thing where you're not going to feel good and happy about this now, but you'll enjoy it when in retrospect.
Yeah, I'm good. It's actually the first time that I actually got the last card.
Oh,
Uh, and it was packed with all the information. I was a bit slow on writing because it was lots of information, but luckily I got most of it.
hey,
Yeah,
no
luckily I got
worries. It was great.
it.
I loved the role play this time around, and I feel like I feel so emotionally involved in this story. I was emotionally involved in the last one, but man,
Yeah.
yeah, loved it.
Yeah, this is my first one ever, so it was really interesting. I definitely think the relationships of the characters was like the most interesting and like powerful aspect.
Yeah, this isn't a an investigation game where you find the killer. Oh,
Yeah.
um, that's
So
just the
it
medium for it.
wasn't it. Sure. It wasn't in the card, but I've headed something before the culprit took Evan's phone and typed the message. Um, it wasn't like in the card, but I've had it because I think it fit the story. Um, like Alice wasn't conscious. She was alive and conscious, and I sent a private message to Steven that she said she whispered she loves him.
Oh God.
and that
Oh.
and that was actually Evan's last message.
Steven's so confused.
Y'all out here torturing Steven. Like, I sent
Steven
Steven a
can't.
bunch of PMs saying he needs to get over the situation.
Oh my gosh, Hollis straight up said you need to download Hinge.
Yeah, I literally said that.
Oh,
That's so funny.
oh my God.
I felt so guilty for
Oh,
the guys having to freaking ride around the entire town. I was like, guys, I have a car.
yeah.
I could take you.
Oh. Um, so I'd like to start things off by everyone who can, I suppose. Oh, go back and change your character's name to your real name.
Oh,
Uh, Morgan will become. Yeah, I gotta just leave it as Morgan, I guess. um, but yeah, let's debrief and get you know, out of character and back into the real world, where we can, you know, enjoy ourselves. um, what is something from your character this past couple hours that you liked and would like to take with you in your real life going forward? And also, what is something that you want to just get rid of that you didn't like about your character, that you're glad you're done with? Something good and something that you're glad to leave. I felt uh, very trapped. Um, and I did that to myself by not being able to get off the plane, and I'm realizing just how bad that felt. Um, so I want to, not do that in my daily life. If there's something that's keeping me back, I can I can do something about that. Um, yeah, something that was good about the character Morgan, the person Morgan. uh, would like to continue with is reaching out to a wide variety of people. Um, all of the different characters. It was good to be able to connect with everyone independently in DMs and as well as through the big group text. Um, so yeah, reaching out to lots of people, um, casting a wide net. That's something I'd like to take from the character.
Um, I would like to say that even in the motivation for Evan, it says like, yeah, find what happened to Alice, who's to blame for her disappearance, and it also said like maybe it's like one of us, but in the game it's not supposed to be, but like Evan thought, yeah, maybe it's one of them, but what I'm gonna think that what happened that actually uh like from the beginning Evan was like kinda uh yeah, reconcile with everyone. He like actually he told about everyone about the money that Alice left. That was the secret that Heaven had. Um, and then he just instead of blaming someone, uh, he actually reconcile with everyone.
That's nice.
I will say Steven's the bad. I'll start with the bad. Steven's desperation. I don't want to leave that behind. I don't know. I love Julia and Alice together, and it kind of was a little cringy for me to play someone who was like kind of in love with her, but more so than she is. Now it's a little bit like confusing at the end, and I think that was kind of fun way to end it. But I think playing a character where it was like very obviously like, hmm, he liked her more, at least at the time, than she did was so difficult to play sometimes. But the good is that this time around, I really felt like I really was immersed and I knew the people and I grew up in this town and I really felt like Stephen as a character asked questions. He was, sympathetic or at least a little empathetic, but he also was like was able to converse and connect with people more, like get to know not just them, but their connections with Alice and their family. And I thought, I don't know, I would love to learn from that and take that in my own personal life. It felt good.
Good.
I think for me, I really appreciated how unapologetic Hollis was about like following her dream and being kind of like different than the other characters, like not really a popular person and also kind of being the like little sister, but still like finding her place in the group. I do think the thing I'd like to leave behind is while I do appreciate that she is willing to keep it real, I think sometimes bluntness needs to be a little tempered by compassion, which is in character for like a 15-year-old, but I think that's maybe one of her more negative traits.
Yeah. Good. Good.
Yeah, I had fun playing Jordan. This is my first time doing anything like this. I kind of toed the line. I was like, man, do I really want to make her bitchy, or do I want her to like be able to be like, hey, no, like I actually really kind of missed y'all and went that route instead. But I kind of thought for a second, I was like, man, which one do I want to go? And I think I could have had fun with both of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely had fun with this.
Is this your first time doing any sort of role playing or first time playing Alice?
Both. First time any type of role playing.
This is an intense
Oh,
introduction. Um,
yep.
welcome to the
Congrats
fold.
on.
Wow. Oh, um, if you need to debrief more later, I'll be here for you if you need.
No, I'm okay. I had fun with it. I'll definitely
Yeah,
sign up for something like this again. It just happened to fit my schedule, and I was like, okay, let's give it a try.
that's good to hear.
I think
Um,
it's crazy how the custody battle plot hook played out because, like, I just threw that in
yeah.
there in the backstory completely
Uh,
because they had like only a 1 in 5 chance of him being the culprit, right? Because it draws randomly. So
yeah, yeah. It draws randomly from the ones that have already been drawn. Um, so if he shows up more and more in the draws, he's got a higher likelihood of being the culprit.
Mhm.
Um, but but yeah, it's 1 in 5.
I just want to say, maybe I don't know if it was felt, but I felt that even though Evan, yeah, was keep still saying everyone be safe and was protective of everyone, I kind of felt like he was reckless, like getting people, yeah, go investigate that and that, and also when he could, he went to investigate something dangerous because he just wanted to find Alice really bad. So
Willing to
maybe
put himself in harm's way.
that yeah, exactly. So maybe that's the bad thing that I leave behind, putting him and everyone else in harm's way to find the
Yeah,
truth.
we had a bunch of people in pretty bad circumstances throughout the entire game.
Right.
Yeah. Um, what sort of loose ends are there that we want to tie up, if any? Um, this is very, you know, we cast a wide net to start and then sort of narrow things down. What have we missed?
Mm. I would love to have like a more solidified. Well, I guess the whole point is to have like a more open-ended ending for this time, right? That's
Yeah, I mean, I guess for this story, an open ending is a very, very good way to keep going. So if there
mm,
were loose ends that could be tied up,
The only
uh,
thing that I kind of thought about is if there's already been a girl that's been missing in this town
hmm,
that they haven't solved, and yet she goes missing, and I know she kind of has a bad relationship with her mom. I'm still pretty sure that somebody would be like, okay, it's been more than just like a day or two, and you're 16. Like, okay, what's going on? I feel like that would have spiked some more interest than just past the sheriff to maybe a bigger level, but I don't know, it's just because the amount of days it was, or if that makes sense.
yeah, um, that's sort of the conceit of the game, at least.
Mm, gotcha.
Um,
I would love to
it's
think.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just it's the conceit of the game, and the game's about the struggles that we teenagers had and the relationships.
I would love to think that it's just like, because it's not unheard of, unfortunately, in like a really small rural area where there's multiple districts or like even neighboring towns that do join, but they basically don't want to do the further allocation of researchers to like go into the investigation further, and they just kind of come up with easy answers. You know, false convictions are pretty normalized, more so in the Midwest. Not saying that it is the majority, but you know, if I think about it that way, I feel like, having a shitty sheriff who kind of doesn't want to do the job and runs like a low-funded police department kind of, I don't know, helps, I guess. I don't know.
Hmm.
I think you could definitely take the drug route with this really easily. Like
Mm,
they
Yeah.
hired a crappy sheriff in order to be able to run drugs.
that makes sense. It's in his character.
Yeah.